Nice.
Oh!
Nice.
Alright lads, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about building tips. You can see from the intro that I kind of pulled off a retake. And I'm proud of myself for that because I haven't played Fortnite in so long, man. It's been probably about 6 months, honestly. And for those of you who are thinking about clicking off, I was semi-professional, okay? So don't think you're talking to a noob here. I know the shit. I know the sus. But basically, where I'm coming from is I'm a low sensitivity player. You can see my arm cranking around here. I have to literally go across my desk to do a 180. And for those of you who do want to know, because there will be a few, I'll save you the hassle of going into the comments. It's going to be 400 DPI and I'm playing on an 8 sensitivity, just for those who are wondering. I got basically 3, 4, 5 tips here and I'm going to drop some knowledge. None of these tips you're really going to have heard of, like you will, but there's going to be a twist to them. So that's why they're new tips. They will add, hopefully, I would hope to add a bit of swag to your game, maybe a bit more confidence when you're going into box fights and build fights. So I will start it off by saying, you already know my sensitivity right now. It's low, it's hella low. But if I'm being honest, I prefer it being low. I know it's at the point right now where it's almost too low. That makes me feel comfortable when I'm aiming though, because my mouse is super stiff in my hand. It's almost like you literally, it's just too slow basically. But on the other hand, you have ultimately high, like we're talking Mr. Savage high, and basically I'm uncomfortable at that level because I can't hit shots. But ultimately 9 times out of 10 he is the better builder in this scenario, like no matter what, just because he's a high sensitivity. It doesn't matter who he's going against. Where you've got Mongrel on the other hand, he can edit. He's a fast editor, but you have to see how fast his hand moves, you know. And he's got pretty optimal binds to be able to manage it, and he's very precision. So he has the option to take his time because he will hit 9 out of 10 of his shots, guaranteed, because he's a monster. But anyway, what I'm saying is really the best sensitivity for any player is in the middle. Whether you're a controller, whether you're mouse and keyboard, it's just got to be in the middle. That's a nice middle ground because you can edit, build fast. So your mechanics are pretty cracked and your aim is not going to be as swagalicious as mine off the bat, but it's going to be pretty solid, you know, and over time it's probably just going to get better. My aim isn't even that good right now. I just have a lot of muscle memory from COD, because it's the exact sensitivity. I converted it using AimLab, for those of you who don't know. But basically, that's my one tip, you know, get a nice middle ground sensitivity if that's what you need. Maybe it's not, maybe you just realized you need it. That is also a good reason for you to subscribe. I'm going to make a quick plug and just say in the bottom right, there is a wolf logo. If you tap that, it will bring up a pop-up saying you can subscribe. So if you do want to subscribe, you can do it that way without even having to click off the video. Just if you find anything useful in the video, like you don't have to. It's just the option is there. And moving on, the second tip is going to be down to piece control. You know, most of you will know what piece control is, okay? But for those of you who don't, it's basically when you're going to take someone's box, having as many different pieces in that box belonging to you rather than belonging to them. So you have more options then. The more options you have, the more plays you can make, the better plays you can make. So, you know, you might be able to hit him with an unexpected edit because he doesn't know he doesn't know that you don't have his wall. Like, you get me? Get that kind of shit. Look, moving on. I'm tongue twisting myself here. It's not the right time of day to be going through tongue twisters. But the most important thing is getting control of their walls. Most people think retakes, tunneling. Like, tunneling is very important, more important than retakes in my opinion, especially for arena. But when we're talking like the nitty gritty end games, it comes down to piece control. You've seen it in VOD reviews more than likely. If you're watching this video and you're serious about the game, you've seen it in VOD reviews. It's pretty important to have good piece control, and unfortunately I can't really tell you how to do it. I can make another video if you want me to, but if I did, we're going to be here a long time. It's just pretty much down to having low ping and being ballsy with a bit of knowledge. That's literally the formula there for good piece control. Obviously be careful and know what walls you want to take. Be conscious of how you want to play the fight. Don't just go in there with no clue what you're going to do. You want to be going in there knowing that you're going to come out on top. Be confident, but be smart about it, is what I'm saying. You got peace control, but literally every fight, this is just a drop of knowledge. It's not really a tip I planned, but the difference between someone who wins a fight and someone who loses a fight comes down to who has more advantages. And basically, in a weird way of looking at it, every advantage you give or you get, you give him one disadvantage. So even put it down to health. If you have more health, that means he has less health. So you have an advantage by having more health. He's at a disadvantage for having less health. It seems pretty simple, but now go more in depth. If you have 3 walls in a box, the box can only have 4 walls in it. So therefore, you have 3 more options than he does. He only has 1 option if it's in terms of walls. So therefore, you have the advantage. So if you get, basically the formula for winning is just have more advantages than your enemy, and then you will win. If you practice more aiming, like if you practice your aim real intensely, you're probably going to be a better aimer. So therefore, you have the advantage of him. You know, but see, he might practice his mechanics. So you need to be able to snap onto the way he plays and be able to outcome it. Now, we're getting a bit off topic, so I'm going to drag it back on to knowledge, you know? Knowledge of prediction, almost. More like knowledge and prediction. You've been through so many fights that you gain knowledge of how certain movements look and being able to predict off that what they're going to do next. So, you know, he steps to the left. Maybe he's going to open up the right side. Maybe he's going to do the top 3 edit. Maybe he's just going to add a window, you know? So therefore, you know where to put your crosshairs. Maybe even have your pickaxe out because you know he's going to edit so you can break that wall. Maybe take the hit, but then you have control of the wall, you know? Doing that, sometimes that is actually worth it. Taking a hit so you can get a wall. That's a pretty pog play, because sometimes it's terrible if he has great aim, but if you're willing to risk it, it can be worth it, because it's kind of like the same circumstances as, you know, give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Give a man a fishing rod, feed him for life, you know? That kind of a saying. It's like you have his wall now, so you can just hit him as many times as you want. Especially if he's not an above average player. So sometimes it is worth taking hits like that. But see, even you have to give yourself some credit. Knowing somebody is not above average, or you know he's not good, that is literally the very baseline of picking up knowledge as you're playing. You just got to be more in depth with it, you know? Like, okay, he's using metal means he's no wood. You know, you got to, sometimes you could be wrong, but you got to go with what you have. So yeah, I'm going to leave the video at that. That's as many tips as I can muster out. So hopefully that helped you in somewhat. I will leave you with some gameplay. And obviously hit that sub button if you made it this far. Gameplay is pretty pog. I think I come second or first. I'm not sure actually. I think I come first. Could, you know, watch to find out, I guess. But I go off basically. I'm not going to give you no shit gameplay. And thank you. Make sure you hit that like button as well if you liked it. And leave me a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Give me some video ideas. I'm out.
Yay.
Yes. Yes, I killed a bot that has God.
I would like to build the wall, please.
Expecto Patron on the wall. I killed the biggest bot and got such a fat stack of loot. Like, how could they give him that loot? It's actually disrespectful. And a launch pad just chilling.
Gave him that and you got that full blown. Nice.
It's worth the hunger.
Nice. Nice.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The title of the video is going to be how to improve your aim.
Oh, that's very obvious. I haven't seen you miss a shot in like 2 minutes. Yeah.
Fourteen
Oh
limbs.
my god.